How's everyone's pandemic going? Welcome back to the White Belt Sous Chef. We are going to put the gi back on today. We're going to have an intense 10-minute workout. We're going to be stretching dough. We're going to be having fun. And we're going to explain what's going to be happening throughout the week in the seminar today, known as East Coast Pizza. So, first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take our yeast and sprinkle it on top of our warm water, a little bit warmer than room temperature, but under 105 degrees. Inside the water here, got a little bit of sugar. The yeast really likes to feed on the sugar, so we'll just let this froth up over the next couple of minutes while I explain the process. I also have a little bit of olive oil here, flour and salt, and a little bit of extra flour over here that we're going to be mixing in throughout the process. Now, it's pretty basic and pretty straightforward and pretty simple, the ingredients. The olive oil isn't necessarily needed when you have a pizza oven that gets above 500 degrees, 700 degrees. You can leave that out because the olive oil in this process, because our ovens are really only going to be getting about 450, 500 degrees, as hot as we can get them, the olive oil throughout the process is going to help give us a nice crispy dough. Now, another difference from doughs you're going to hear is the 00 dough versus AP or the King Arthur bread flour. And it does make a difference. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to see a difference in chew, a difference in airiness, a difference in texture, even a difference when you're working out the dough. But it's still delicious any way you're looking at it. Both ways are delicious. I like them both. I like Chicago style pizza. I like New York style pizza. I like Connecticut pizza. I even like Philly pizza. So as long as you're not putting pineapple on a pizza, we're going to be doing fine. So we're going to start moving into our next process. Our yeast isn't quite frothy yet. So yeah, let's take a pause. Hey, welcome back. So looks like our yeast is up and ready to go here. So I'm just going to dump my water in my yeast. Make sure I get everything in here. And this is like the same process as we're going to be making pasta dough. So we're going to get our hands dirty at some point in this process. So you're going to have to roll up your sleeves and get in here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of mix the dough. Keep mixing. We're going to get about halfway into this process right now. And we're going to add our olive oil. Here. And then we're just going to keep mixing. Now you could do this in a stand mixer or your little KitchenAid, whatever. It's a light enough dough where you can get it done, but it takes about 8 minutes and it makes no difference here. I just want to show to you that you can do it without a mixer. So throughout the process, you're going to get your hands filled with pizza dough. Just take some more flour, mix it if you want to get it off your hands. You don't want to add more water, but then you're adding more water to the process. So this whole process right now, as you can see, it's starting to come together. We're going to knead it. It's going to take about 8 minutes. So in this bowl I had, I don't know, roughly about 4.5 cups of flour, and we're just going to keep adding. It's still pretty sticky here. Now we're going to get everything out of the bowl, transfer everything to the table, countertop. You can continue to do the whole thing in a bowl if you want. Makes a difference. I just like getting it out of there. I like to make as much a mess as possible. If anybody's ever worked with me in a kitchen, they're completely aware of that. So we're going to keep working the dough here, and may need to add more flour, may not need to add more flour, kind of depends on the temperature of the kitchen, the altitude of where you're cooking. So, but we're going to give this about 8 minutes. You don't need to knead the dough for that long, because what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be setting this up on Sunday. So you could do this whatever day you want, but if you have kids, you know, you, your husband, your wife, you want to do something fun together, take 10 minutes to make pizza dough. And then throughout the week, I'm going to show you what you can do with it. And 10 minutes today is going to save you a hell of a lot of time throughout the week. We're going to show you a calzone, a flatbread, a pizza. The dough is going to stay fine in the fridge. We're going to cover it with a little bit of olive oil. Pop it in the fridge. If you want one today, you can leave it sit out for about 2 hours so it can rise. And I'll explain the process of pizzas and calzones and everything throughout the week. But this is just a fun, easy, good project to do with the kids. Make the kids do some of the work. I think that's why we have them. And from what I hear, you have to feed them several times a day. So they need to eat. So, and who the hell doesn't love pizza? If you guys do a pizza night on Friday, Saturday, making this dough on Sunday is the perfect day to do it. So, give me a couple more minutes of kneading, and I will get back to you. Welcome back. I fooled you. That was a pretty intense workout for those 8 minutes, right guys? Whew. So, this was our most intense workout to date, the pizza seminar dough. I promise the rest of it's going to be a little bit easier, but, you know, we're going to have to do what we have to do here. So at this point I got a really nice dough. It's soft. You can push it. It punches back a little bit. So I'm just going to cut it in half here, this way, and then cut it in half again, this way. Now I got 4 balls here. You can weigh them out, you can do whatever you want, but whatever. We're at home. So at this point I fold it into a ball, and you could do it in your hand, like so. I'm tucking it in with my palm. So every rotation is like that. Or you could do it on the tabletop. Takes a little bit of practice. But anyway, you're looking at it. I'm getting a nice ball. On the bottom you're going to get like a nice little hole there. So we're going to do that to all 4 of these doughs right now. And then the workout's going to be pretty close to over. It's going to be a nice cool down and relaxation time. And we're not going to be picking these up unless you want to make the dough later today. You can leave one of them out. If not, I like to pop them in the fridge, and then throughout the week I figure out what I want to do with them. They're good in the fridge for up to a week, so you can play around with them. You can do whatever you want. Like I said, they're pretty quick and easy. You pull them out of the fridge, you pop your oven at 500 degrees. You let them proof up for about a half an hour and get warm, and then you're ready to have a nice pizza. It's quick, it's easy, it costs nothing. So right now I'm just putting a little bit of olive oil in these dishes. And then I'll take each dough, massage it in the oil like so. Make sure it's fully coated. This helps throughout the process. When you're getting the dough out, it'll just come right out, no problem. So take each dough, cover them up with the oil right here. Boom, 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 boom. There you go, guys. And that is New York style pizza dough right now. And then we're going to let them rest. We're going to cool down. My shoulder's incredibly sore. Have a great one. Alright, welcome back to the White Belt Sous Chef. I hope you had a wonderful night of rest, as much as our dough did. We are D-Day +1. That's Dough Day plus for one for people keeping score at home. And I just pulled all of them out. These 3 out right now, just to show you what they look like resting after 24 hours. You can see we're starting to develop the dough. It's starting to proof up a little bit. This guy I pulled out about an hour and a half ago just to let it warm up. I'm going to pop these guys back in the fridge because we're going to be dealing with these guys on another day. So we are going to be off. Now, I have my oven preheated, as hot as it'll go, 500 degrees. I've had the dough out. Look how nice and soft that looks. So it has a little bit of a chill on it. It punches back when you punch it in, but it doesn't overproof back. So we're in a really good state. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is dusting my work surface with flour, pulling it out. Now, day one, it's not going to be as developed in flavor and texture as it's going to be on day 5. So the beauty of what we're doing with these doughs is we are setting ourselves up for the week. So nobody, I mean not nobody, I apologize for that, but we're not going to be eating pizza every day. So today on day 1, when the bread isn't quite as developed, you see I'm just kind of pulling it out like so, just pushing it down, nothing fancy, not spinning in the air. So here we are. It's a nice dough, it's beautiful. Now what our next challenge is going to be getting it from here to our hot oven. In order to do that, I have a pan here. I'm going to dust with cornmeal. And then in the oven already, I have another pan that we're going to use this as a pizza peel just to shimmy it on. If you don't have a pan without a lid like this, feel free to take a pan, flip it upside down, and use the underside of it to put your dough on, as I'm going to do right now. So our dough is ready to go. Just going to get it on here. We're going to make a nice flatbread. It's going to be the first of the week. Now for this, you can eat with with the chicken, with the steak. You're going to make a pasta. You're going to have this as a little appetizer. So we're not going to go too overboard with it. So first thing I'm going to do here is a nice good amount of olive oil here. And then a seasoning blend I mix up of just salt, garlic, crushed red pepper, and oregano. And then some grated Parmesan cheese. And pretty simple, right? So right now, at this point, I want to make sure I can get a little shimmy. So we see we got a little shimmy here. So I'm going to go right from here. Open our oven up. Boom. How easy is that? Shut this. Close the oven up. And we're going to give it about 4 minutes and check it. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to start thinking about what we're going to be dressing it with. Since it's pretty early in the day today, I'm going to make a little bit of a salad. I just found some tossed greens, some mixed greens in there. I'm going to toss them with some onion, green onion, squeeze some lemon juice, see what else I can forage up in the meantime while this is cooking over the next couple of minutes. So we're going to have just a little bit of a flatbread with a salad on it. It's going to cost us about 50 cents to make that, a couple cents to put this together, and at your local restaurant they're going to charge you 12 bucks for that. So we're beating them to the punch. We're making this at home, something you could do ahead of time. You're going to be set up for the whole week. So see you in a couple minutes. All right, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes. My flatbread, I think it's looking pretty good. Really simple stuff. Takes no time at all. Took about a minute to get that done. 4 or 5 minutes in there. Slide it over to my cutting board. Right here. Again, I got my salad here. I found some broccoli in there. So I'm going to hit it with just a little bit of olive oil. Salt and pepper right there. And then for me, the best salad dressings are just simple squeezed fresh juice, and of course a little bit more cheese. There we go, guys. Fresh salad, beautiful flatbread here. Put it on top. I like this because it's hot meets cold. Over the life of that, Mark's going to enjoy how much the salad starts to warm up a little bit, wilt a little bit, and yeah. There you go. Here's our flatbread. Great with the pasta, great with the steak, great with chicken, great with the dip, crab dip, spinach dip, artichoke dip, hummus. There's a bunch of dips, guys. You could do this however you want. Freedom is yours. This is just D-Day +1. We got a bunch of other days and more fun. So have a good night. All right, we are back. It is D-Day +3. I took D-Day +2 and I ate a hamburger and fries. It's the pandemic. I'm dealing with it how I'm dealing with it. Hamburger and fries sounded good to me yesterday. I'll work it off when we get back to the gym, whenever that's going to be. So, D-Day +3. So this is our dough we made 3 days ago on Sunday with the kids. I don't have kids, but I'm assuming other people out there do. And you can see all the air and the air bubbles, how nice it's risen, how it's kind of nice and sticky. So this is the dough we're going to work with today. We're going to make something with these ingredients that everybody knows Philadelphia for. It's the #1 food item coming out of Philly that everybody's clamoring for, the stromboli. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our dough, get it out of our container here. See how nice and oily, and oh man, it is really soft. So it's going to be really easy to work with here. So we're not going to be making a round pizza dough here. We're going to make kind of a rectangle. Get a little bit more flour on here. So look at the ply on that. So it is really nice and soft. This isn't going to take much time to get our dough in shape to where we want it. And then, all right, so. All right, so here we're going to go. We're going to get a nice rectangle. And here are our ingredients. I got some marinara right here. I just have some crushed tomatoes and some seasoning. That's our salt, garlic salt, oregano, crushed red peppers, onions, and mushrooms, which are the greatest things for pizzas and strombolis, shredded mozz, egg wash, Parmesan cheese. So, first thing we're going to be doing is we are going to be putting some sauce down here on the bottom. We're not going to cover the edges. We can go the edges here. We're going to leave a spot up here, and over here. But other than that, we can put nice little bit of sauce on here. We got our sauce. So, all right. Step 1, sauce. Step 2, cheese. All right. So then, again, we're keeping our areas up here and over here free, room. Some onions over the top over here. A little bit of mushrooms. You don't want to put too much. Mushrooms have a lot of water, so you want to be careful about putting spinach or stuff with too much water content in here. But I think these thinly sliced mushrooms will be absolutely fine. And then we're going to put a little bit of shredded parm on here. Now I'm going to take my egg wash, come up the sides, across the top, back down the other side here. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, fold in this side, fold in this side, boom. You see where we're going with this, guys, don't you? Right? And then we're going to roll it up here, nice and tight. Alright, once we get to this part, I like taking the dough and pulling it over the top this way. It makes the next step a little bit easier because I want that thicker part on the bottom. So I'm just going to take a little bit of olive oil, put it on the pan, put this up to it, see what I'm going to do here, and just roll that right on. Boom, like that. Next step is we're going to take more of our egg wash here. Brush it all over. Okay, so it's going to need to vent a little bit, so just make some slits in the top so that steam can come out. Going to hit it with a little bit more Parmesan and some seasoning. Then I'm going to take it to my preheated 400 degree oven over here. So, there we go. We're going to pop this guy in here. I'm going to let it go for 10 minutes. I'm going to check it. I'm going to rotate it, put it back in there. It may take a couple turns and a couple rotations It's going to be up to you in your oven to keep an eye on it and cook like a champ. See you in a couple minutes, guys. So we are back here. It's been about 20 minutes. Total cook time 20-25. And this is our stromboli. You could see why we put the vents in it so it can ooze out a little bit. It has room to breathe. If you didn't put that in there, it would just explode. Right there. And look what we have here. So, here we are. It is dough day plus 3. That's our second installment of what to do with this pizza dough. We got 2 more coming at you. Another dinner where it costs you $1, $1.50. It's quick and easy. You set it up earlier in the week. You finish it whenever you're ready to eat it. It is delicious. It's cheap. Feeds a lot of people. That's what we're trying to achieve here. So have a great night, and we will see you D-Day plus 4 tomorrow. Hey all, how's everybody? Welcome to D-Day plus 4. Today's our 4th day with our dough. We made it, Sunday, 4 days ago. So that makes today Thursday. So today with our dough, we're going to make a calzone. Thus far, we've made a flatbread with a little bit of salad on it. Stromboli yesterday, Philadelphia's most famous dish. And today we are going to be making a calzone. So right here, I've got some ricotta cheese, egg yolk, seasoning blend, mozzarella, and Parmesan. So the first thing we're going to do is make the filling for the calzone. Get our ricotta in here. Now we're just going to add egg yolk. Throw in a little bit of Parmesan. A little bit of mozzarella. I'm going to save more mozzarella for the interior of the calzone as well because everybody loves cheese. Alright, so here we go. We're just going to make our filling portion of the ricotta. Alright, so here's our ricotta. And there we go. So that's one part of our filling. Alright, so here is our D-Day plus 4 dough. Look at all the nice air in there. It's starting to develop some really nice flavor. Nice and soft, a little bit of sticky. So because we put oil in here, same as yesterday, it's going to come out nice. Right onto a lightly floured surface. So this process right now is going to be just like making a pizza. We're going to just make a little rim here. We don't want to add too much flour to it, but we want to be able to work on the surface. Give it a couple spins here. Make a mess. Alright. Alright, so now we have our nice round dough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so we are going to add ricotta cheese, broccoli, and you know me, I love my onions. So we take some of our ricotta, get it down. We're going to use half of the dough. That's all. So same as yesterday, we'll leave a little bit of room. Like so. Alright. That's down. Now we're going to add our broccoli. Onion. And, of course, like I promised, more cheese, guys, more cheese. We're not going to skimp on the cheese. Alright, so this is our half a calzone right here. Boom. Next step, we are going to fold it over like a giant, I don't know, empanada. Oh, how about a calzone? Giant calzone. Alright, so try to get all the air out of the calzone. get our knife, make another slit in the top, just like the stromboli, so the air can come out when it's cooking. Make sure we got a nice seal. Here. All right, so we have our oven preheated at 450 degrees right now. And our calzone is going to be ready. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to get our sheet tray, get some oil on here, just like the stromboli yesterday. Tricky part now is going to be getting under the back of this guy, lifting up a little, lifting up a little, lifting up a little, and then hopefully a little bit of oil, a little lube. This guy will just squeeze on here. There we go. Calzone is saved. Alright guys, take them over to the oven, pop them in there. Gonna take us maybe 15 minutes, and we'll see where we're at. Enjoy. We are back. It's been about 15 minutes. Rotated the calzone 178. I keep an eye on it the whole time. Watch it like a hawk. Like a white belt on an open roll, rolling around with the blue belt who really wants to show off for you. So here we are, and look at that nice calzone right there. So nice and brown. 15 minutes. We're set up here. So this is day 3. Third day of making things. Day 4 on the dough, and now. Look at that. Alright guys, so now we got calzone, flatbread, stromboli. Tomorrow's the big day for pizza. So again, we've spent very little money. We've had 3 meals so far. We're going for 4 tomorrow. And the whole thing probably going to be under $10 for 4 meals. So hope you're enjoying this. I'm going to enjoy that. And bye-bye. Alright, here we are, D-Day plus 5. So I hope everybody's still with us. We are going to make sure our oven is set to 500 degrees, and we have a sheet tray in there, or a pizza stone, or a pizza steel, something you're going to be cooking your pizza on, in there, hot and ready to go. So, we are ready to finish up the Irishman of pizza videos, I guess. Told you 4 things to do, and today is our last day with our last dough. Now look at all that nice airiness we have in here. The dough is really nice and risen. It's soft, it's wonderful texture. So we're going to make a quick pizza, and in under 5 minutes, you are going to be done with me. So, take our dough. Just like we did with the calzone yesterday, we're going to work out our crust. Like so. Yes, chef. Coming, chef. There's the boss over there. She's brutal. She wants pizza. She wants pizza. She doesn't care what you're doing. So, maintaining my crust here. Get a little bit of flour on it. Give it a pull and a stir. You could do this on here too. It just helps it along the way. You don't want to get a tear in the middle, and the dough is nice and soft. So I'm just, see what I'm doing is I'm pushing my hand in and stretching it with my pinky. I'm not pulling it like this, I'm just stretching it with my pinky. So I'm stretching this part of the dough, not the middle part of the dough. Alright, so now we've got our pizza dough set up. We're going to put a little bit of cornmeal on our pan to make sure we're going to get a little, it's not going to stick. Give it a little toss, get it on here, give it a nice little stretch. Make our pizza nice and round. You can go whatever shape you want. I don't care. Your pizza. Remember, there are no rules except for no pineapple. I think you know who I'm talking to. The pineapple situation. But I guess it is the pandemic, so if you do want to put pineapple on it, like I said before, it's just don't tell me about it, okay? So, making our pizza. Just going to go plain simple cheese pie today. It's what I'm in the mood for. We've had mushrooms and onions a bunch. The key is not to over sauce it. You don't want a soggy pizza. So then I'm just going to throw some of my shredded mozz on here. Boom, boom, boom. A little bit of seasoning. Now since my oven is really hot over here, it's only going to take about 5 minutes. So pull out this little shimmy right there, close it up, set my timer for 5 minutes, come back and check it, and we should be good to go with the pizza. So almost over, guys. Alrighty, we are back, guys. This is it for the Epic Pizza Seminar. The White Belt Sous Chef. Don't forget to like me or subscribe me on Facebook and YouTube. And look at what we have here. Costs us very little, feeds us through the week, and look at that. Nice crust. It's going to have a little bit of chew to it. Nice flavor, developed flavor over 5 days. So this is the end of it for the White Belt Sous Chef. Hope you enjoyed the pizza, calzone, stromboli, flatbread, half an hour, me in your face. Now go have some time for you. Do whatever you got to do. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the mats.